Hey people, Ingrid here, 3v3, Katrine and Purification Plant, blue team. Couple of Inquisitors. This is Wolfguard, and we've got Survive. Survive rocking the Vostroyan Firstborn elite scheme here. These ladies start off in melee combat. They can get ranged weapons, very strong offense and control abilities. Alongside, Draktan with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption fighting in melee. The Night Lord's elite scheme here. Red team, couple of Warbosses. This is Breeze. And we have Desked. These guys walk through objects with very strong melee capabilities, support and disruption. This is the Orc Goths elite scheme here. An awesome scheme, I think. Look at that wrist-mounted twin-linked shooter this guy has here. And alongside, rounding off the team's Machine Elf with a Lictor Alpha. A melee specialist can infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support against the Chaos Lord in the mid then. For the Lictor Alpha, west side, Sentinel getting some free shots on the Warboss. Looks like Desked is going mid for a 2v1. Lictor Alpha being sneaky, waiting to spot those heretics, I think. Kill the weak and then a special attack from the Chaos Lord on the Hormagaunts. Double Termagants getting some good shots in. Here come the heretics. They're going to have to Doom Blast and run, I think, because the Hormagaunts have leaped on them too. Yeah, there's the run. And here come the Orks. Chaos Space Marines now joining the fight for Draktan, but they need to back off. Wait for assistance. Here comes the assistance. Oh, Wolfguard is using the Halan Desert Raiders elite scheme. Another awesome scheme that the modding fellas put together. Warboss getting some smacks in. Actually killed a Chaos Space Marine there with the help of the Lictor Alpha. Now it's basically a 2v1 against Wolfguard. Need to be careful. The double guardsman up. Ah, but look at that. They should have tied up a different squad each there, I think. I guess it doesn't matter too much. They both retreated. Hammer of the Witches was on the Warboss there. That's why he was stunned. That's the starting ability of the Inquisitor. And she gets away okay, I think. Yes. East side. Sluggers in some trouble. Are they going to be okay? They're okay. And Sluggers are often in trouble. Hammer of the Witches on the Warboss there as well. On the other side of the map. Survive has a decent little chunk of XP already. And we got looters up here for Breeze. Only went single shooters, I think. Warrior Brood up for Machine Elf. Good pressure on the power from Survive. Desked with Noise Marines up. And you're going to need to defend their power here. Tyranids and Orks are on it. I'm not sure how much was there and how much was bashed. It was probably a full farm though. So they did alright. You got Termagants with Toxin Sacks. There's the cacophony from the Noise Marines knocking back nearby units. Shooter Boys with big shooters. On both. And a Warrior Brood up here. I think, as I mentioned, for Machine Elf, getting their power melee claws in on the Chaos Lord. Gonna hit the Kill the Weak soon. Noise Marines helping out as well. There's the Kill the Weak. Starting ability of the Chaos Lord is a 360 attack and heals the Chaos Lord for each model it hits. It's pretty damn useful when you're a Chaos Lord. Warrior Brood went even more aggro there, going for the Noise Marines, and they drop a model for their efforts. Crippling poison for the Chaos Lord to get angry about, thanks to the Termagants. And Desked with Storm Boys on the field. It's more of a brooding anger, I think, for the Chaos Lord. Although, maybe he's screaming obscenities in that helmet and yelling about corn and stuff. But generally, Orks and their Warbosses, I think, are much more vocal anger, I imagine, from these guys. But Sluggers with burners up for Desked. Breeze, no burners. Poor Sluggers over here. Breeze might be able to get a quick tier 2 going. Actually, heavy weapon squad on the field for Survive. That heavy bolter will suppress units in the firing arc. Infantry units anyway, that can be suppressed. And do tons of damage if they get close. Shooter Boys with a Knob Leader. The Inquisitor does have some sneaky infiltration stuff she can do with Interrogator's armor. Crossbow bolt pistols in play. Back to the mid. Red team pushing through. Orks arriving a little bit late, but they are here. There's a jump from the Storm Boys. Storm Boys have power melee weapons, so they could do a bunch of extra damage to those Chaos Space Marines, for example, with their heavy infantry armor. There's a hell of a ruckus going on. Warboss got a good stomp in. Somehow those guardsmen made it out for Wolfguard. Look at that guy. Just a sergeant gets away with his little chainsaw. I mean, should they even give him a chainsaw when he does like 4 DPS melee? Just give him a regular sword, I think. Or like a feather or something for his 4 DPS. 494 to 438 on the VPs. Right on the power again is Dest. Burners doing some work. Double shooters fully upgraded, I think. Yes, they are. Knob leader and big shooters. Tons of pit piercing DPS. Flank though. Nice flank from Draktan. Noise Marines. Oh, they do so much damage. They're so cool, the Noise Marines. Sonic Blaster doing AoE damage and shutting down ranged weaponry. I'd like to see more double Noise Marine plays. I remember that being very fun back in the day. Just a surprising amount of damage that they do. Warmogont's being sneaky on the western side with Adrenal Glands for Machine Elf. Tier 2 for Survive, Tier 2 for Machine Elf. Breeze, oh, Breeze got some Storm Boys up. No quick Tier 2 here then. To combat, or to help combat that heavy weapon squad so they can jump on it. I probably would have just like kept my power protected, gone Tier 2, and got the Death Dread rolling or something. I guess they didn't want to concede this contested power here with full gens on it, maybe. West side is blue. Improvised explosive is up, thanks to Wolfguard's Catachan Devils. And they're pushing against power. We haven't seen a lot of power pushes on this side from the blue team, but Survive has been doing some great work for them on the other side. Turn on the War Chaos Space Marines here. 20% more damage melee and ranged. You can tell by the plus indicator and the little symbols around their guns. A worthy upgrade in Tier 1, I think. Adds up a hell of a lot. Warrior Brood almost wiping there. 22 hit points on 2 models, really. Warboss gets to... That was a special attack, I think. Or was that a stomp? I think that was a special. Hammer of the Witches on his face. And crossbow bolt pistol will help control some stuff as well. So they're both rocking crossbow bolt pistol, the Inquisitors. Improvised explosive explodes and almost wipes those termagants. Red team should get the VP back though. Inquisitor takes some heavy cover and gets some free shots in. Looks like they don't want to bother approaching her. Sentinel gets repairs. East side. Slugger's getting through. Inquisitor's not happy with this. She's going to inquire about it. Sends them packing. Warboss smacks the Sentinel. Gets bored of that. Smacks... Oh, stomps. Or special attacks. Some guardsmen. And then kills one. I mean, his axe is the same size as their entire bodies, so... it should kill them. Got 3 really quick kills there, the Warboss. Ogrin's up, though, for Survive. They're much more of a match for that Warboss in melee. Oh, he's got the enhanced custom shooter. Pretty cool, this thing. Gives you shoot 'em good for some disruption and stunnage. Enhanced custom shooter might not be what they want against those Ogrins, though. We'll see if they change it. It might be good to shoot 'em good on approach. G's to the Brood up in Tier 2 for Machine Elf. Melee superiority unit. Incredibly dangerous, especially if you can get melee synapse, which Machine Elf does have, but they're not in range right now. Here they are. Also gives the Warrior Brood heavy melee damage and a bunch more health. 65% more health, more melee skill as well. And as you can see, at the bottom of that tooltip, plus 10 melee skill and 40% health for nearby non-synapse melee Tyranids, such as those Gene Stealers, of course. Makes them insane. But they start with 80 melee skill, I think. So that takes them up to 90 melee skill. And melee skill wins melee fights because it gives you disruption. Chaos Lord with lightning claws going straight after that Warrior Brood with 100 DPS power melee. Bad news for those fellas. User choppers on the Storm Boys as well, getting stuck in. Do they have their Knob Leader? Yeah, he's in there, isn't he? Yeah, he's in there. The sluggers also have their Nob Leader. Warboss with a stomp that time. Chaos Lord in amongst a whole bunch of stuff here. Needs to run. Doesn't have the energy for Kill the Weak. Might have used it already. Or might have spent it on that the Galaxy Burn and Destructive Strike. Good hits from those frag missiles on the Warboss's head. And again, Catachans there to counter-initiate. Could go after the warriors here, the Catachans. They do have some power melee of their own. Warrior Brood must flee. Got a Tyrant Guard now for Machine Elf. Coming out swinging with some melee in tier 2 then. I wonder if Dest will get the Bang Bang Hammer maybe to support all that stuff in melee. Don't have any war gear yet. Done well for not having any. Spawn Mine's getting some good detonations in there. Hit like 4 squads. Well played coming out of this Capillary Tower. Current Guard chewing through Catachans. Big bucket of hit points, super heavy infantry armor, and some dangerous melee as well. It's got heavy melee damage with a splash. Can be vulnerable and slow outside of Synapse range though, so need to be a little bit careful there. Can help it out with the Capillary Towers of course, but he gets a nice speed boost from Synapse. Needs to be careful, because the Guardsmen could get plasmas rolling here, and they probably will at some point. Wolfguard wanted the quick Leman Russ though, and here it is. Leman Russ going to hit the field. I wonder if it's going to be an Executioner. That might be able to do a hell of a lot of work here against all this infantry. Here it is, the Leman Russ. And it is an Execution Leman Russ. It's like a rapid firing, slightly shorter range than normal plasma cannon. Slightly shorter range than their normal weapon, I mean. Much shorter range than a Devastator plasma cannon. Orks of Breeze doing some light power bashing. Assist from Draktan with Havocs to suppress things. It's suppressing the Warboss there. Machine Elf coming in with a Venom Brood drop. Yeah. No vehicles around, but you get the disruption of the drop and stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be vehicles at some point. They're in a bad spot though. Getting set upon by heretics. Doom blasting heretics. They actually killed a Venom Brood. You saw the Synapse backlash there. Here comes the Leman Russ though. Nothing much here to clean up now. Current Guard could get some shots maybe. Ogryns have to flee. Running into the looters, got suppressed. A whole bunch of dead stuff back there from earlier fights. Can the Tyrant Guard escape? Uses the charge to get away, I think. And it is okay. We do have Plasma here for Survive's Guardsmen, fully upgraded with Commissars and Sergeants as well. So they're reinforcing 3 at a time and have 3 Plasma guns per squad. They're actually really good at trading in this form. They'll lose models, but their models are cheap and quick to reinforce compared to others. Meanwhile, West Side, 282 to 327, 2-1 cap for the Blues. Looks like the last play in Tier 2 is going to be Machine Elf desked with a Nob squad on the way. No sign of upgrades for the Warboss though. Allowed them to get the quick knobs out maybe, I guess. Red team pushing through for a decap thanks to Machine Elf's Termagant Brood. And they got it and got away safely. Didn't even drop a model. Look at that. Got some Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines for Draktan. Gives them Inferno PvP damage. Very effective versus heavy infantry and super heavy infantry. As well as heroes. Does some good work against them. Can the Nob squad get in on the Leman Russ? The Warboss has numerous ways to buff a Nob squad to make them even more terrifying. East side. 2v1 is it? Draktan has shown up. 2v2, although a bunch of Survive's units had to retreat off there. There's the Genestealers infiltrating when they're idle. And they're all being buffed by the boss pole of the Warboss. Also have heavy armor here. You get Boss Pole and Bang Bang Hammer to support these melee Tyranids. That would be insane. Boss Pole gives you more health and less suppression. Tyranids, I guess, impressed with that pole for some reason. Icon of Khorne, Chaos Lord here for health on hit. And the Lightning Claws attack nice and quick. Lightning Claws going after the Sluggers now. Warboss gets stunned just as they reached the Inquisitor there. Must have been very frustrating. Ogren's in the back line. Storm Boys counter-initiate the jump. Stunning on landing because they have their Nob Leader. And they are going to do good damage to Ogren's. Oh, they retreat though. Not sure why they retreated there. I think they would have done okay in that fight. I guess he just wanted to get everything out. Breeze might have been an Alt-X mass retreat delete. Stun from the Sentinel Stomp. Nob Squad were repelled. The Inquisitor does have some good options to counter Nobs. Crossbow Bolt Pistol, for example, with Crippling Volley. Also has her Purgatus up. Could get Excruciators for a sail, but Purgatus is a nice big AoE stun. And she has Liber Heresius for Wolfguard to help power all those abilities with extra energy. Up to 260 energy max at just level 2 with 20% more energy regen. Pretty damn good. She has a bunch of abilities to juggle now. Well, 3 at least. Hammer of the Witches, Purgatus, and that Crippling Volley. Nice to be able to use them all in one engagement without worrying about your energy. Warrior Brood might be able to finish off the Heavy Weapon Squad. Nope, gets away. Here comes the assist from Draktan. Lightning clawing those guys. Takes out a model. Chaos Lord hits level 4. Genestealer Brood, wow, getting hit big time by the Blastmaster. Nob Squad here for Breeze. Tearing apart the Noise Marines. Chaos Lord will try to hold this stuff in place for the Leman Russ to do some work now. Gets stunned by Shootin' Good, but able to get the Kill the Weak. It's a very effective Kill the Weak there. Doing some awesome work. This Chaos Lord almost wipes the Storm Boys. In fact, they did wipe. Does go down, but should get revived from here. And I think it was worth sticking into that combat. Another Executioner this time for Survive. Triple cap for red. 2 of the blue team heroes down. Draktan has a Land Raider Phobos. Some good pushes here though from red team, being very aggressive on the front foot. With double Orks and Tyranids, I guess you'd expect that. Machine Elf does have a Venom Brood, but they're super far back, but they could be a threat to these vehicles we're starting to see. Imperial Abyss from Draktan. Pretty damn good one too. Pretty damn good one. Didn't wipe anything, but did some good damage. Going to force some reinforcement and gets them off the field. Carnifex on the way for Machine Elf. Breeze with Flash Gits coming up. Got double Leman Russes now for Wolfguard, and it's double Executioners. That's rough. Combined with Inquisitor control, that could be really difficult for the Nob Squad to get in. Maybe the Storm Boys could jump the Inquisitor early, get the stun, and then chop her up so she can't use all that stuff. Might kick off big time on the west side. Phobos is getting pressured though by the Venom Brood. Good Doom Blast from those heretics. Suppressed like 4 squads. There's the Purgatus bottom of your screen. Grenade launcher from the Catachins as well. Inquisitor goes down. No, she gets away. Those double Leman Russes. Executioner. Just nasty. Double tank busters though now for Breeze. That's bad news for that Leman Russ, because they'll need to get into their range to shoot at them. Venom Cannon Carnifex as well. Also bad news for a Leman Russ. Also bad news for a Phobos. And it's right there. You can't rear armor hit a Land Raider. But you still want to be facing forward so that the weapons can fire properly. Also got beamy def gun. So red team all of a sudden have a bunch of anti-vehicle on the field. Ranged anti-vehicle anyway. They already had knobs, of course, running around. Decent bioplasma hit. Here's the Phobos now, aiming its las cannons at that Carnifex. Carnifexes do have vehicle armor, so you need anti-vehicle weapons to deal with them. 2-1 for blue. Some late game heretics here for Draktan to help support that Phobos. Another Leman Russ for Wolfguard. Survive. Does have enough red for a nuke. Here comes an assault from Desk. What has their Warboss got now? They've got Power Claw and Heavy Armor. Went straight for a late game build then. Still kicking off in the mid. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this cap here. They might be able to. Tank Busters pressuring. That's a rocket run from Survive. And it's a really good hit on Breeze's army. It wiped something. It wiped one of the tank busters, I think, and messed up a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, Nob Squad are being dealt with pretty well, I think. What is this third Leman Russ going to have, though? It's gone for Vanquisher. So, long range, anti-large target. Oh, they're going to get this Carnifex here? No, they get the Phobos. The Phobos is got some autocannon goodness from the Havocs here. Mark of Corn is a hell of an autocannon, this thing. I think Desk was asking Machine Elf to come to the VP on the western side and try to seal the game. Would leave the mid open, but that doesn't necessarily mean Draktan would be able to quickly take advantage of that. Maybe... Oh, Desk has tons of resources. Holy crap. Can you get looters up for 13 pop? That might be a good shout with a beamy def gun. We'll just get some of your shooter boys killed or something. Bullgrin's in the field for Survive now. With those cool shields. Very tough squad that can suppress in a large area. Have a bunch of health regen and inbuilt damage resist because of those shields. Good heavy melee DPS as well. Let's see what they do. Picking off on the west side. Holy crap. It's a lot of Orks. Corona formation from Machine Elf. Look at the work those Leman Russes are doing though. Keeping them moving, trying to keep them maximum range. Here comes a Carnifex. I assume it's a Thornback. Or it might just be unupgraded. No, it's unupgraded. It's going to get a Venom Cannon. I don't want to get too close there. Slugger's barely getting away. There's a Rocks over there as well. Absolute mayhem. Zoom out even more. Leman Russ escapes it. They dealt with that. They dealt with that rush. Those triple Leman Russes have been absolutely insanely good. Need to get a repair bunker over there, I think, surely. Battle Wagon on the way now for Desk. They get one of the Leman Russes with double Venom Cannon Carnifexes getting it done there. Oh, but they got it. They got one of them as well. They got it back. 53 to 179. Insane fight. Great unclean one popping up for Draktan. Didn't even spot this guy. Nob Squad with user choppers are too much for Bullgrins to deal with alone. I mean, without user choppers, they're going to get torn up as well. This is Chaos Terminators coming in, though, for Draktan. And we could see Lightning Claws once they have the requisition for it. Anyway, oh, they put it in already. Here come Lightning Claws. One of the few things that a Nob Squad will fear. Lightning Claw Terminators. Great unclean one. Gets a foul snare kill on the Lictor Alpha. Those knobs did get away. There's a Purgatus on the west side. Look at the state of the terrain here. Just none of it left as it was. Maybe the Terminators could get on these knobs here. These knobs are going for the Leman Russ. Not sure where those Terminators are going. They're going for that beamy death gun. Nob squad are crippling volleyed there. 53 to 166. Great Unclean One soaking up huge amounts of damage here. Red team get the cap though. Desked. Warboss got the cap here. Now being torn apart by Lightning Claws and the Great Unclean One though. Goes down. This guy passively damages nearby enemies. The Great Unclean One has some nasty abilities as well. And some pretty powerful melee as you may expect. It's single target melee though. No splash damage for this guy. Big zap gun shot from the battle wagon. Actually did a big chunk of damage to those Terminators. Hit all three models, I guess. They were close enough together. 41, 166. Comeback is on for blue team, maybe. Survive has tons of resources. They don't have the population to get a big, juicy, super heavy tank or anything, though. I don't think they want to give any of this stuff up to free up population either. The guardsmen, I mean, they're still great for repair support. And they've got plasma guns, these guys, so they're pulling their weight in combat as well. Especially against the knobs and stuff, they can put some good damage on. 41 to 150. Neurothrope hits the field for Machine Elf. That'll help against those Terminators. It's got an ability called Paroxysm, which does percentage-based damage over time. Amazing against stuff with high hit points, such as the Great Unclean One and the Terminators. Also does psychic PvP damage, which is extra versus super heavy infantry, such as, again, the Great Unclean One and those Terminators. So it's an amazing fit to deal some damage. There's some Gretchens up for Desked. Awesome. Not sure what kind we're going to see. There was an adjustment to these guys. I think the Gretchens that get shooters were given slightly lower speed or something. They're now repairing the Ork battle wagon. Does that mean they have the repair upgrade? No, they don't have an upgrade yet. I guess the repair upgrade just makes them repair faster. Maybe we'll see the boys' hut for the buffs. Don't see a lot of those. Don't see a lot of Gretchens actually. But they've got a cool little niche. I think they're a little bit expensive, to be honest, for what they do. A little bit expensive. Isn't it like 20 power and some red and stuff? Big fight brewing here. Awesome zap gun shot. Let the Galaxy Burn goes in. Rocket run now as well. It's a pretty good one. Oh, the second run wasn't great. Her garters going off. Nob squad dealt with. Those were Breeze's knobs though. Here comes Desked with a Nob squad. Back up to 3 Leman Russes though. Is Wolfguard. Down goes a Great Unclean One. Carnifex getting the kill. That guy will now explode on death, healing allies and dealing heavy damage to enemies. The Terminator's not hanging around to get that heal though. There's a Paroxysm. I think it also slows it down slightly. Terminator's getting the hell out of that, but they drop a model. Neurothrope is unique in that it doesn't naturally regenerate energy. It needs to use abilities to get its energy back. And it heals off hits with its basic attack. Hooligans getting into the back lines using their usage shield to suppress stuff. 31 to 88. The meat grinder on this west side does not let up. Look at how scarred this terrain is. Hooligans still going. 31 to 88. Another Carnifex on the way for Machine Elf. They lost all their others. Survive squeezing out some Kassakin, giving them plasma guns. Big zap gun shot. Bad news for those guardsmen there. Big push. Aggressive use of the Leman Russes. You haven't seen this before. They're trying to get a kill on the battle wagon. It barely gets away though, with 32 hit points. 31 to 79. Desked, perhaps feeling like they could have got the victory with a bit more aggression on the west side earlier, I think. That's debatable. What kind of Carnifex is it going to be? Probably Venom Cannon again. to help put pressure on the Lehman Russes. Tank Busters on the way for Desked. Again, help put pressure on those Lehman Russes. The Nob Squad from Desked haven't been able to level up. They've been really well dealt with on the west side by Wolfguard. Very solid performance over here. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team, still holding on. Here come two Nob Squads at exactly the same time. Purgatus stuns them both. Tank Buster barrage now. Maybe they need to use some Pull the Boys to keep the Nob Squad ticking, you know. Beamy Death Gun gets a shot though. I mean, if nothing else, the Nob Squad draw a hell of a lot of attention, helping other stuff do their work maybe. Rocket Run gets the Warboss off the cat. Didn't do a huge amount else. Oh, did it get the Battle Wagon? Something got the Battle Wagon. The Battle Wagon is got. Mark of Khorne Havocs continue to pump out those autocannon shots. 31 to 46. The madness never ends on the west side. Lightning Claw Terminator is going for the Neurothrope. It's not going to last long, but they keep doing special attacks and knocking it back though. And they do get it still. Neurothrope is down. Machine Elf down to a single unit now. Surely blue team have done enough. Wolfguard has been a rock on this west side. Plasma Kassakin coming in. There's a Twinal formation to stop them capping, at least for now. They'll get right back on it though. Terminators are there to get it going. There we go. No fast capping units here. Oh, they got the Kassakin here. I'm not sure if they're leaving it to them though. Okay, now they are. See the cap speed up there. 31 to 46. A 2-to-1 now again for blue. Can red team get on their natural maybe? What is this? It's a warrior brood trying to do so. Another Carnifex on the way from Machine Elf. A looted tank for Desk. Nob Squad having a rough time. Level 4 Marcos CSM doing tons of damage as well. Maybe they need to triple mid, surely. They can't push this side again. I think they need to triple the mid. Warrior Brood getting a decap, look at that. Can they finish the cap here? Level 2, 1992 hit points when they're full. And I think they came here with 2 models. They got the cap, well done fellas. 30 to 33, can the red team pull this out? Can they pull this out the back? They're giving it a go on the west side again. Looted tank didn't last long. I mean, it's doubled Vanquish Lehman Russes here. That's a Stranglethorn Cannon. Carnifex now. Nob Squad getting stuck in. 2 Nob Squads actually from Breeze, I think. Lightning Claw Terminators having to teleport away. And they're still going. There's Ard Boys on that Nob Squad. That blue buff there. Giving them 20%, 25% damage resist, I believe it is. User choppers on this Nob Squad. Red team powering through. Oh, there's an Imperial Abyss though. Imperial Abyss from Draktan. Might wipe the double tank busters. It does. Pulls the Warboss off the cap, but it got decap. Look at that there. Terminators versus the Nob Squad. Terminator's very low though. And that Nob Squad at full momentum from the hammers. I think they've got this fight. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. The Terminator is somehow. How did they have 2 models there? That was crazy lucky for Draktan, I think. Wow, they did have the Lehman Russ support as well. It was an awesome push by the red team, but they might have just spent all of their pushing power there. What a hell of a fight that was. Bullgrin's looking after this VP. Wolfguard with another Lehman Russ. Even Wolfguard broke there. Look at the resources Survive has. They just can't spend them. That's crazy. That's crazy in a game this close. 22 to 22 on the VPs. Another Nob Squad on the way for Desk. They actually did outright lose them there. Breeze still has 2 Nobs. This isn't over. 22 to 14. Breeze trying to get a decap. Now the Lictor Ralph is there, I think, is he? Yeah, he's trying to get a decap under infiltration. but I think they're close enough to spot him there. Blue team with a 2-to-1, but Machine Elf stops it. I don't think they were close enough. It was just the initial reveal when he started the decap. Down to 4 VPs, the red team. Still fighting. Here come more knobs from Desk. No upgrades on these guys though, just being thrown in there. Frenzy popped on this knob squad. Here comes Breeze. Kassakin trying to cap, but they can't stand there for long. Now the Warboss on it for Desk. Tier 3 Lictor could go through the mid. I'm not sure if he can get anything done though. The Warboss is almost down. Almost down. Knob squad getting in behind for Breeze. Where is the Warboss? He's back at base. So they can't do a pull the boys here. They're not close enough. Knob squad trying to get the Inquisitor out of there. She's been a massive pain in the arse on this west side. They got the cap though. It's a 2-to-1 for red now. Inquisitor's right back on it. Terminator's helping out. That's a malignant blindness from Draktan to blind all of red team's units temporarily. Global ability of the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord's level 9 and down there. Knob squad of Breeze, level 4. Almost taken out, but that single model still has over 400 hit points. Looks like the blue team have it with a 2-to-1 at the end. They do. They do get it done. What a hell of a game. One of the coolest 3v3s I've seen in a while, I think. Just constant action from really good players. We had level 9 Inquisitor for Wolfguard. MVP for me, I think, on this west side, Wolfguard. Draktan, level 9 Chaos Lord. Survivor, level 3 Inquisitor, had the servo skull at the end, just hiding behind some boxes, looking for stuff, trying to get a VP cap this way, I think. Level 8 Warboss for Breeze. Still had the enhanced custom shooter at the end. Level 3 Lictor Alpha. Corrosive Claws and Pheromone. And Desk's Warboss was level 6. Kitted out for some fighting. Power Claw, Heavy Armor and Boss Pole. There you have it guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this crazy game. And I'll see you next time.